So I'm with Nick Kemp of Provocative ChangeWorks. And Nick, you're going to be talking at the Brighton NLP Group on Wednesday, the 29th. And I'm just wondering if you'd like to tell us a bit about what you're going to be talking about.
Sure. Well, we're going to not only be talking about Provocative ChangeWorks, but also giving people the opportunity to experience and practice some of the principles. To give you some idea, most people know me from a background in having taught hypnosis courses and for a number of years taught certificated NLP courses and having released products. In 2004, I came across Frank Farrelly, who's obviously the creator of provocative therapy. And basically, Frank rocked my world. It was like discovering Jimi Hendrix, you know? Everything from that point changed. Now, I'd already done a lot of work in business, so I'd worked for many years, run a number of multi-million-pound businesses, and had taught privately and done corporate work. And had just started around then to get involved in working with private clients as well. So let's talk about what Provocative ChangeWorks is. This uses all the different approaches that Frank Farrelly uses in provocative therapy to provoke responses in the clients. It also uses a lot of very precise and intricate language patterns to produce different hypnosis changes for clients. And crucially, it frames everything in time. So you might be somebody who's watching this who's an NLP practitioner, master practitioner, trainer, or you might be somebody interested in business, or you might be somebody who's just interested in personal development. All of these types of orientations and ways of being are going to be enhanced by this approach. So the way this works is to provoke, stimulate different responses working conversationally. It's a lot of fun. It's also very Lewis Carroll. So if you're somebody who comes along who wants everything to be A, B, C, procedural, technical exercises, it's probably not for you. Your brain will be smoking by the end of the first hour. It's very much about working in an improvised way. It's a way of working very eloquently. And those people who've done NLP or personal development will recognize a lot of the principles at work, but this is a very specific, concise 3-hour slot where we're going to practice things. So some of it, we all go a little bit crazy, but in a nice way. But also it's about showing a lot of the principles that Bandler and Grinder picked up when they first came across Frank in the 80s and referenced him in Frogs into Princes. So expect something quite different. It's not going to be sort of standard NLP stroke hypnosis. It's going to be quite edgy and a lot of different elements that you won't have come across before.
So Nick, what can provocative therapy add to my NLP skills?
Sorry, say that again?
What can provocative therapy add to my NLP skills?
Well, what it can add is that NLP, for example, let me give you a simple example. A lot of the time in standard coaching or an NLP, if you have a client that comes along, the perennial question is, okay, so what do you want? So the idea is to take them in a direction. And you may do the standard things such as, okay, so what do you need to get there? What's stopping you? What will happen once you're there? What will be like if you don't get there? So you get people essentially in a kind of a grid and take them through whether it's meta-modeling questions or Milton model questions to bring them to a particular place. And you might do that through different NLP techniques using some modality changes, swishes, all these kinds of, or maybe even new code stuff. PT works in a different way. The PT approach will be sort of start off with, okay, so what's the problem? The therapist or ChangeWorks practitioner will then defend all the reasons for why the client should maintain having the same problem. So they'll give all the benefits of keeping the problem. So it might be, for example, you know, I have a problem with smoking, for example. So the response from a practitioner might be, well, think of all the good that you're doing. Your ability to contribute to buying tobacco probably keeps an entire village somewhere on the other side of the world in income and good health for months and months on end. So it's a very different way of working, but at the same time, it uses very strong emphasis on principles of good-hearted rapport with people, precision. The manner in which the interactions are done as if you're talking to an old friend. So this is not like the Stalin-esque Attila the Hun style therapy. It's very much about working conversationally with people and stimulating different responses from the client. Now, this could be in a business context where somebody's got a bit stuck, could be personal development. It could be if you're working in an NLP way, but you're not able to get the person to really reference or experience precisely what you want them to experience. Because, of course, what's taught in courses and real-life clients can be a whole world of difference. Good reference point is if you go on YouTube and do a search for my name, Nick Kemp, you'll find different clips on there. If you go to nickkemptraining.com, you'll find stuff on there. And also on nickkemp.com, you'll find stuff. But the difference with this is it's faster, it's more immediate, and it's more accelerated. It's also much more multi-layered than just working in a straight linear way with clients. And a provocative ChangeWorks practitioner would do a whole bunch of different things, including ignoring the client, interrupting the client, wandering off into abstractions, but it's all done with a particular way in mind of stimulating responses from the client. So very different, but very, very impactful.
Ever since I've been on one of your courses, I've been playing with some of your techniques, and I'm a massive fan. So I hope that the other NLP group attendees who turn up will love your stuff as much as I do, and that's going to be on Wednesday, September 29th. If you click on the link below the video now, you'll be taken to our NLP group webpage, and you can find out more about Nick's event. So thanks very much, Nick. I'm looking forward to seeing you in a few weeks.
Well, we're looking forward to it. And the other thing to just finally to mention is that anybody who books on the October 8th to 10th event in London from the NLP Brighton group will still get the early bird discount. So there's an added incentive for you guys. And I'm looking forward to because I came from the South Coast originally, so I'm looking forward to coming back and seeing what's happening down in Hove Street, Brighton.
That's right. And if you're a member of our mailing list, you'll be getting that offer sent out to you before and after the event anyway. So take a look at our website, and I'll look forward to seeing you in 3 weeks.
Excellent. Look forward to it. Thanks for ringing.
Bye-bye. Bye.